大家好，我是 Kenny。今天大家猜一猜，我会给大家带来一家什么样的学校呢？事不宜迟，我们马上开始。
So hi everyone, welcome to our webinar. So today we have a guest speaker from Thornton Academy in Maine, USA. So her name is Katie. Katie is Associate Director of Missions at Thornton Academy. So let's welcome Katie and let her share her information with us.
All right, hello everybody. It's my pleasure to be with you today and share information about Thornton Academy. Thornton Academy is a school that's very special to me. I've worked at the school now for almost 20 years. I was a teacher, I am a parent, I work in our admissions office, I run our summer program, so it's something I know very well. Thornton Academy is an excellent choice for students looking for a school in the United States. We are an old school. We've been preparing students for a changing world since 1811, so over 200 years. So a lot of different experience. So where is our school? We are located in a really great location. We're in the state of Maine, which is in the northeast corner of the United States. Maine is the number one safest state in the United States, so it's very safe where we are. You can see on the map here that we are located only 90 minutes from Boston, and we're located about 15 minutes from Portland, Maine. So that's a great location. There are international airports in both Portland and Boston. We are located about 5 minutes from the ocean, and there's a lot that you can do within walking distance of our campus. So here are some facts about us. Like I said, Maine, where we are located, is the number one most peaceful and the safest state in the United States. We know that our families coming from overseas are very concerned about their student safety because they're sending them a long way away. And so we take safety very seriously, and you can be assured that your students will be very safe at Thornton Academy. We are a large school. We have about 1,600 total students in grades 6 through 12. We have a middle school and an upper school. About 13% of our students are international students, and in total, we are represented 52 different countries in our international program. So here's a picture of our campus. You can see it's very beautiful. It's a lot of trees, a lot of green grass. Like I said, very safe place to be. I'll walk you through our campus a little bit. In the corner here, we have our dormitories, our 3 large dormitories. You'll see we have a nice basketball court that the students can use. All of our sports fields are located near our dormitories. In the center of our campus, we have all of our academic buildings, including our gymnasium, library, humanities building, dining hall, technology center, arts center, STEM wing. There's a lot of different parts to our campus. Our middle school for grades 6 through 8 is back here. And then one nice thing about our campus is that we are located within walking distance of lots of things. So there's a KFC, there's a Starbucks, there's cafes, a grocery store. There's a lot that the students can access within walking distance from our campus. Our academics is one of the main reasons that students choose Thornton Academy. So we offer over 200 different classes that the students can choose from, including 26 AP classes. An AP class is an advanced level class that allows students to get university credit and also get ready for the university experience. So 26 is really a lot. We offer ELL, English Language Learning, for some of our international students, 4 different levels. So no matter what your level of English, we can help support you. And then down at the bottom, you can see some of our specialty classes. So there's a lot of different things. If you have a specific interest, chances are we have a class that will meet your need. One of our strongest programs is our Visual and Performing Arts program. So we have a lot of students that choose to come to us just because of this program. So you can see all of the classes that we offer down at the bottom. We do a Broadway style musical every year. We have a full orchestra. We have a 4-year dance program. We have 75 different performances in our auditorium every year. We've got a lot of students that go on to become professional artists, whether they are graphic designers, fashion designers, opera singers, violin players. We've got people doing professional art in many, many different fields across the United States and across the world. Another one of our key programs is our technology and new media program. So Thornton Academy is an Apple Distinguished School. This is a really special recognition. There's only about 400 schools in the whole world that have this recognition. And Apple recognizes us for our leadership in technology education. We have a one-to-one iPad program, but beyond that, we've got a lot of classes that are really excellent in technology that you can see down at the bottom. We've got a TV studio, and all of our teachers are highly trained to be able to effectively use technology in the classroom. So during the past year, a lot of schools have had to really become tech-centric, but Thornton Academy really had a leg up on that because our teachers were already trained. Our students were already used to using technology in the classroom, and so it made everything really seamless when we had to go that direction. We do have a middle school too. Not a lot of schools in the United States have a middle school for international students, but we do. It's for grades 6 through 8. It's a small school with about 220 total students. On an average year, we've got about 8 to 10 international students. It's a really, really wonderful, supportive school. And it's a great way for kids to come a little bit early. They practice their English. They're surrounded by American students. They get to do all the activities that we have at the middle school. And it's really a great way for students to become comfortable in the American system before they start going to high school and before they start thinking about the university process. Our athletic programs is one of the strongest that we have as well. So we offer over 50 different sports teams and all the sports down below. We've got students from many different countries that are on our teams, and we also have a wide variety of teams. So even if you want to try a sport for the first time, you can. So we've got athletes that are some of the best in the country, but we also have people that are just trying tennis for the first time because they want to see what it's like. And so we really feel that being a part of one of our athletic teams is a great way that you can fulfill our mission of becoming who you are and becoming who you want to be in the future.
And you mentioned you have a 56 state champions too, right?
And yeah, 56 state champions. Yep.
So can you talk a little bit more about like the football teams and also the basketball team, because I know that the both teams did a great job at your school.
Yeah, so we've won the state championship for football, I think 3 out of the last 4 years. So we have for American football, so we have a really, really strong team. Yep. And then in 2019, we were the second best team in the state in basketball. And one thing that I really think is special though, is that for our basketball program, we have 4 different teams. And so our top team, our varsity team, was the second best team in state, and we've got really, really excellent players. But then there's also 3 other teams. And so no matter what your level is, there's a place for you to be. But going to the games, going to the football games, going to the basketball games is like a really unforgettable experience. We get thousands of people that go to our games. And so it feels like, you get that school spirit and that like American education that you really want to have.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah. Cool. All right, cool. All right, boarding life then. I think what sets us apart for our boarding life is a couple different things. One, our dormitories are very, very modern and clean and comfortable. So you can see one of the rooms there. We've got 2 kids per room. The facilities are just really top notch. So they are clean, they're new, they are very large, spacious rooms. So it's very comfortable for our students to be in. And then I think the other thing that really sets our boarding program apart is the families that live on campus. So you can see there, we've got 15 families that live on our campus, and they are extremely dedicated to the program. So most of the families have been living on campus for 5, 8, 12, 13 years. And so they're really committed to seeing the students grow, helping the students with whatever they need, and being there for them. All of our families are really families. They have kids, They are all teachers at the school. There are pets that live there. And so even though we are a large school, we're able to create this boarding experience that really feels like a family in these clean, modern facilities.
That's awesome.
We do a lot for university preparation too, because we know that that's really the goal. Like, so at Thornton Academy, we say that you can be who you are and become who you want to be. And so this idea of getting students ready for university is really at the heart of what we do. So we work one-on-one with our students starting in grade 9 to help them choose their classes and get ready for the university process. They will go through the entire university application process with their advisor. So that means choosing the right schools to apply to, doing the applications, writing the essay, getting ready for the interview, financial aid if that's the direction that they're going in. And so we have a lot of success, and you'll see a list of some of our universities that we have students accepted to in a minute. We also include TOEFL and SAT prep as part of our program at no extra cost. And so we know that this is something that's really important too, is getting ready for these exams. And so that's included in our program at no extra cost. We have some great university partnerships too. So particularly, I'll highlight this one with the University of Maine, which is Maine's flagship university. And if you graduate from Thornton Academy with a 3.0 GPA, you're automatically admitted and you get a $12,000 annual scholarship. So it's really a great deal, and it's a great way to have a school that you have in your back pocket, you know, that you can always rely on being like, all right, well, I've got a great school that I've already been accepted to. And then you can apply to some of the other top schools that you want to, but at least you know you've got somewhere to go that's really a good school. Thornton Academy is also, like I said, located in a great location in New England. Many of the top universities in the US are in New England, and so we're able to visit them. So here we are. This is a group of our students that are visiting Harvard, and then we're also able to visit other top universities. And then these are some of the universities that we've had students accepted to recently. So you can see there's some really top schools on this list, like Columbia University, Johns Hopkins, MIT, New York University, UC Berkeley, University of Rochester. Some of the really top schools are on here. We're proud of our students no matter where they go, because we, again, really believe this idea that at Thornton Academy, you can be who you are and become who you want to be. And that's our mission, is to take your child and help them become their fullest person. Maybe they want to be a lawyer, maybe they want to be a doctor, maybe they want to be a fashion designer, maybe they're not sure what they want to do. We have the wide academic program, including a lot of extracurriculars and athletic opportunities that really allow our students to be who they are while they're with us. And then our focus on university preparation through AP classes, one-on-one counseling, and other things like that really allow our students to become who they want to be in the future. And so if you do choose Thornton Academy, you know that we will take excellent care of your child as we help them to become who they can be in the future.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for your introduction, Katie.
So as we all know that Thornton Academy is a boarding school and you have a very diverse student bodies during this pandemic time. So can you tell us like what precautions or what kind of support you provide or your school provide for students, especially for the students who are far away from their home?
Sure. Yeah, so we provide a whole wide range of supports. So starting with our dorm families, and our residential advisors. So each student is placed in a residential advisor, and that means that one of the dorm families takes extra special care of that student. And so the dorm advisors, I think, have 7 kids each, and they check in with them on a weekly basis, make sure that they're doing okay physically, health-wise, academically, and then emotionally, socially. So that's one thing. We also have a nurse that lives on campus. So specifically with coronavirus and COVID-19, we have a nurse that lives in one of our dormitories. And so she is there at all times to be able to take care of the students. And in fact, when the when the coronavirus started last year, she received a commendation from the Maine Department of Health for the extra care that she was really taking with our students. So Kenny mentioned we do have, and maybe Emma mentioned that we do have a really diverse student body. Right now, even during the pandemic, we have about 120 international students from 28 different countries that have chosen to be on our campus this year. They are safe. We are starting to get them vaccinated. We are so excited. They started getting the vaccine last week. All of our teachers have the vaccine. And so we are really feeling positive about that. And so we support students through all of their needs, travel, and yeah.
So aside for the support like during the pandemic time, so what kind of other support you offer for international students, especially how you like fully prepare students for their college?
Yeah, so we have a really strong college counseling, school counseling department. In total at our school, we have 8 school counselors. And so those school counselors work one-on-one with our students to really prepare them for the university process. So they help to put together the list of schools to apply to, because we've got a lot of kids that come to us and they're like, we're going to Harvard, we're going to MIT. And while we want all of our students to go to the best school that's possible for them, we really work to assemble a whole list of universities that are going to have the programs that the students want and that are going to be sort of, a good goal for them to apply to. So we start there, but then we work with them on writing the university essay, which is a very important part of the process. We do interview prep with them to make sure that they're ready for the admissions interview. We do TOEFL and SAT prep that, like I said, is included in our program at no additional cost to the family. And then we do offer additional, even if they want more, we do have an SAT tutor that is one of our teachers that lives in our dormitory that does offer additional SAT prep, but that would be at a cost to the family. So yeah, we do a lot to really prepare our students for university, starting all in grade 9.
That's pretty good. I love our students actually say great things about your school, and you guys are paying very close attention to them. Now you just mentioned, you guys start to helping students to get prepared. So that's not great. So I think that's great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just fits into, what we try to do, which is, help our students to be who they are and become who they want to be. And that becoming who they want to be is a super important part of it, right? Because that's why you do education, is to become that person that you can be in the future. And so Thornton Academy is just always really forward looking, like how as a school are we going to adapt to what our students want? And then how are we going to help each individual student just become that fullest version of themselves that they can be?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great question. So I think what really stands out is 2 different things. So one is the width and the breadth of our program. So it's really hard to find a school that offers as much as we do. In terms of AP classes, just the number of classes, honors classes, clubs, sports teams, it's really hard to find a school that offers as much as we do. And that just can be really helpful. So like if you know that you want to become a doctor, you can take forensics and chemistry. You can take AP biology. There's just so many different classes that really allow the students to pursue their interests while they're with us. And I think that that's something that really sets us apart. So that's number one, why I think we're unique, is because we offer so much more. The second thing is that we create a community. So we're a large school. But we are able to create a community of students that is extremely accepting. We have a pretty diverse student body. We have kids that come from many, many different countries, many different backgrounds, and they are all so supportive of each other. And the staff are extremely dedicated as well. So our average staff tenure, I think, is like 22 years. And so we've got teachers that are just really care about the kids. And somehow we just create this community that is really supportive and allows the kids to be who they are. Take, for example, our student body president, Jake. So Jake he's an American student, but Jake is involved in the football team. He's in the orchestra. He's in the fishing club. He does this basketball thing. He did our French exchange. He has done so many different things with us. And I think that is really, what sets Thornton Academy apart is the fact that we have all these opportunities and that you can do that. And the kids aren't going to make fun of you. So if you want to play football and you want to be in the orchestra, you can. If you want to do our TEDx club and be on our soccer team, you can. And everyone is just really accepting and saying, hey, if you want to try something, you should. And I think that just really helps students figure out who they are and on their way to becoming, like I keep saying, that person that they're going to be in the future.
That's true.
Yes, as you mentioned, just like Jake, I mean, students are encouraged to jump out of their comfort zone and try new different things. And also parents are really care about what's the ideal type of student that you are looking for.
Yeah, that's a good question too. So again, we serve a really wide, diverse student body. So many, many different types of students are successful at Thornton Academy, whether you are a top academic student and you are going to go to MIT next year, or you're sort of, really into art, or you're really into technology, or whatever it is. We serve a wide student body. One thing that I would say that really does define students that are successful at Thornton Academy are ones that are, just like you said, Emma, willing to step out of their comfort zone, willing to try something new. And those are the ones that are really the most successful with us.
Sure. Well, Katie, thank you so much for your question. I actually have a last question for you.
Yeah.
So, since I know you for a while, how many years have you been working for TA?
Me?
Yeah.
I started working at TA in 2003.
2003. So it's going to be what night?
Almost 20 years, I guess. 18 years. Yeah.
I know.
Wow, that's a long time. What is the biggest reason why they can keep you stay there?
Yeah, what makes you stay here?
Yeah. That's a good reason. That's a good question. So I really think it's the same reasons that I think students choose to stay. And that's because for me personally, I have been able to do so many different things at Thornton Academy. When I started in 2003, I taught geometry and I taught French, and that was it. And since then, I have taught Spanish. I have worked in our marketing office. I started a summer program. I led our reaccreditation process. I coached tennis. I coached skiing. I advised our National Honor Society. And now I work in our admissions office. And so it's really this idea that the school has so many different opportunities and really encourages even the staff members to, sort of step out of their comfort zone and try something new. And I think that if I really stand back and think about this, which I never really have, that's, it's sort of similar to the student experience and what we want the student experience to be like. Maybe you think what you want to do when you start, but then as you are here and you see all the different opportunities, that it really draws you in. And then going back to the community too, I mean, there's just such great people here and the people don't leave. And so I've got so many, dear and close friends that are really here. And that it's true for the students too. We rarely have students that choose to leave us. Once they get here, our retention is very good, and we have very little attrition because I think we give the students the freedom and the responsibility. That's another thing I haven't talked about is our 4 pillars of respect, responsibility, compassion, and investment. But we give the students the freedom to be who they are and the trust to do the right thing. And I think they really respect that.
So thank you for being with me and listening about Thornton Academy. We really hope that you are interested in learning more about our school and about how you can join our school community. If you are, I encourage you to please contact Gateway Scholars to set up an appointment to learn more about Thornton Academy. So thank you and have a great day.
希望今天的视频可以让大家了解更多的美高资讯。接下来我们将会继续与其他学校的招生官进行访谈。如果不想错过我们的视频，请订阅和点赞哦！谢谢大家观看。